We had probably many chances to choose each other. It was kind of like we've gone through so much of the hard stuff in our life that we had gotten together finally and we said, this is it.
Yeah.
Like we're actually there.
It was definitely a choice that we chose to be together because in the past we chose not to be with each other even though we had many opportunities.
I think when we started to date the third time where it became more serious, we had very clear understandings of what we wanted out of each other. And so one of the biggest things my wife actually said, well, she wasn't my wife back then actually, she just asked me out of nowhere, she just said, what are the requirements that you want from a wife? And do you remember this?
No.
And it happened, trust me, it did.
Okay, I believe you, I believe you.
And I really thought about it and I thought, really, to be honest, the person has to be godly. She has to be really, really good to kind of connect with, you know, like on a friend type of level as well.
Yeah, the friendship has to be there.
Yeah. There also had to be, of course, an attraction, but then she twisted it on its head and she actually said, well, these are the things that I want from a husband. You said the number one thing that my husband has to have, regardless, is a deep connection with God. And you said that, and that really hit me home. Because I thought to myself, I said, if this is for real and this is going to be for life, the number one thing that you need is somebody who loves God. And then the rest of it follows. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to, like the reason why the third time was lucky for us is because it worked, right, with us because we put Christ at the center.
Yeah.
Whereas the other times where we tried to maybe date, it really wasn't the focal point.
It wasn't.
But then we got to that point where we said, maybe we're looking for a life partner rather than just a present partner. It kind of put that life in perspective and said to us, maybe we put Christ at the center. And then it was just, I mean, it was hard at times still, but it really put that foundation down for us.
Choices about our career have really impacted our marriage because when we first got into a relationship, I was always going to be a journalist and I'd graduated, and Dan was always going to be a psychologist. And I still remember when we would, I think, just 1 year into dating, you sat me down, you took me out for dinner and you sat me down and you said, I feel a call to ministry. And
your response was, I made a promise when I was young to never ever marry a minister. But I think it is very important to know the occupation purely because it allows you to get on the same wavelength even before you get into that lifelong commitment. At least we know where we want to be and why we do things. You know, I do ministry because I want to do things for God. You're a journalist because of exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I think it was really important for both of us to have made the choice to be a disciple of Jesus before we even entered into a relationship with each other first. We had to make sure that we had chosen to be in a relationship with Jesus before we could be in a relationship with each other. And I think we did that. And as a result, I believe our marriage is stronger for that.
Definitely.